Good afternoon, everybody. It is meteorologist Agent's Weather Forecast, and welcome back to another video, guys. So this is going to be another update on the severe weather for parts of the plains, even to the south. So yes, some areas still have not recovered from the last storm. So this is going to be dangerous as it goes into some of the same areas, and it can bring very heavy rain for some areas that are not ready really for that rain, really. So yeah, let's get back to the radar. So this is the next 12 hours from now. So you can see it. You can see the storm really. It's more into two parts. For parts of the Midwest and then parts of the South, and then there's like a little spot of light rain, a little band area where it connects these big major parts. It's going to bring not just heavy rain for the south. As you can see, it's going to bring quite some heavy rain as that low is right there, but it's not really, uh, that low isn't really as a high number because it's going to be quite cold for those areas, so it's not going to have a lot of energy in their storms. So that's why you can see that. And also, you're probably wondering because there's two lows right here. This low is just getting started forming right here, and this one's because they're starting to begin, but this one's actually really getting new. As you can see, it's really small, but it's just getting started. You can see it gets quite a bit bigger. So this is 18 hours from now. So you can see it's stretching from all the way to the north to parts of the south. You can see Canada all the way to parts of Mexico. So very widespread storm. Going to bring some moderate rain. But this is the area. This is the area we really need to talk about. I'm not going to keep you guys out of this. Like, you guys can look at the radar here. But this is the major part of this storm that we really need to focus on. Because those areas, some of these areas got hit by tornadoes, such as Franklin County, Texas. They got hit by very strong tornado, and it's going to get in that area again with some more severe weather. And these did not get hit by tornado, or not that I know of. So yeah, so as you can see, it's going to bring heavy bands for parts of the, again, eastern part of Texas, like the last time. Also going to bring some quite some heavy rain for parts of the southern part of Texas near the Austin area. They're going to bring some moderate rain for parts of Missouri, parts of Oklahoma, even Kansas. So yeah, let's get the next 30 hours. This could affect plans on Friday, in between Thursday and Saturday. The Friday and Saturday area will be right here, and then more of the Thursday and Friday will be over here. So just be careful and make sure your plans will get canceled. So you can see on Thursday, around midday, very heavy rain for parts of the central Arkansas and southeastern part of Arkansas too, and parts of northwestern Louisiana. So you can see it's moving out of Texas pretty fast, but still brings quite some heavy rain for parts of the Texas area, and they can see it's quite more put together, bringing some moderate to light rain for parts of the Indiana area. Southern Illinois and southern Indiana can get quite some heavy rain from the storm, not like the other storms, rainstorms. They're gonna get some pretty heavy rain. Next 36 hours, the heavy band of heavy rain really stretches a bit more north in this storm, I believe, because some of these areas are getting a bit warmer, so it can have a bit more energy in the storm. You can see a little heavy band for parts of the southern part of Mississippi near Jackson, near the New Orleans area, and then very heavy rain near the Mississippi River. Like, this is like on the Mississippi River, so very dangerous actually, because there can be more floods. There actually currently are flood warnings for some areas around the flood or near the Mississippi River. So something we really need to watch out for. They've gotten a lot of rain just this month. Very wet this season actually. So it's going to be very dangerous. There can be floods in the cities around there and all that. But heavy rain stretching all the way to parts of Illinois, even Indiana, bringing some heavy rain for parts of the southern Missouri area, near the eastern part of Arkansas, and stretching all the way to Mississippi. Let's get the next 48 hours as it moves on to parts of southeast, bringing some more rain for parts of Indiana, Ohio, some moderate rain for the Kentucky area, and then the heaviest will be west of my area for the northwest part of Georgia, all the way to near the southern part of Georgia and Alabama, and even the Panhandle can get quite some heavy rain in that area. But this could be severe actually, as the chances are getting quite a bit higher for some areas. And then it goes off with a heavy band, bringing some rain for parts of the northeast, and then it moves off by the weekend, by the end of the weekend. So let's take a look at the radar. Actually, this is the NAM 3 km. So it's a bit more detailed, and you can see some heavy bands forming. And this is actually Thursday. This is where the storm's going to start developing. There you can see those two lows right here. One low here. It's really hard to see because it's in that red, and then that low right here. So those are the two lows that are forming these two different storms that will combine. So this is more into Thursday. Very, very heavy thunderstorms for parts of the Arkansas area near Little Rock. Can get some very heavy rain, especially for the southwestern part and the northern part of Texas border. Can get some very heavy rain, some multi-cell storms here. And then you can see another heavy band for parts of Illinois, even Missouri. So there can be multi-cell storms with these areas that can bring tornadoes, large hail actually, especially for the eastern part of Texas. Going to bring quite some heavy rain as it moves east. Let's move a bit more. This is still Thursday around getting into the evening hours. School is over, and people are going on the bus, getting home. Still some very heavy rain for parts of central and southern Arkansas. They can have a very big threat, or a bigger threat compared to the last one that brought tornadoes for parts of Texas and Louisiana. But it will bring a bigger threat for parts of Arkansas with this storm. A lot of heavy rain for the central and southern part of Louisiana. Not really including New Orleans at this hour. Yes, they can get severe weather. I'm talking about like this hour. It's going to bring very heavy rain for the Louisiana area. And they can see that heavy bands, or those bands, are stretching all the way to the parts of Michigan. Then you can see get New Orleans some heavy bands of rain. This storm's actually going to bring some very severe weather actually for the Memphis area, Tennessee, and the northern Mississippi and Alabama. They can get Tennessee is having a bigger threat of severe weather with this storm compared to last time, as it hit these areas very hard. But as you can see, bands stretching for parts of the north to the south. The heaviest will be here for parts of the Mississippi-Alabama border, and then also near the Memphis area, a couple miles west of Nashville, but very heavy rain. Then as we go on into the day, it brings on Friday very heavy rain for my area actually. I'm actually in that red right here. I'm getting very heavy rain at that hour on Friday, and then stretching to the Panhandle to Alabama. So some very heavy rain for the south on Friday, and they're going to bring some moderate to maybe some light rain for the areas in the north. Right there is I'm getting hit very hard by this band. Something we need to watch out for during school. Maybe have some severe weather, and yeah. So going to bring some heavy rain for the Atlanta area. So this is going to be more of a northern Georgia issue than more of the southern to central. So yeah, as of now, it's more of a northern Georgia storm, and then it moves off. And that's as much as I can go with this. Let's look at the Storm Prediction Center. It did change quite a bit more compared to yesterday, guys. So this was showing about for day one, so tomorrow. It's bringing more areas into the north, and more. When I mean more to the north, I mean to the Midwest, more north of the areas of the severe weather, or the most severe. It's moved a bit north. The slight chance for getting severe weather, it actually moved in parts of Iowa, Minnesota, Wisconsin, a lot more into Illinois now, including the central parts of those areas. I know someone who lives there. They're going to get more into the slight chances instead of the marginal. So a very big slight chance stretching from all the way to the Mexico border, all the way to parts of Wisconsin and Minnesota. So you guys can get your first severe weather, but it won't be super big. It'll just be a slight chance. And the marginal will be in the areas and around it, obviously, for parts of the central Iowa, more into the central and southern part of Wisconsin, and then actually bring the marginal a bit more east than yesterday, as the storm's going to move very rapidly fast tomorrow. But yeah, it's going to bring some, there's now 2 enhanced risks now. Yesterday there in just one, there was just one spot for enhanced, but now there are 2. Actually, the enhanced risk is it's a bit more of a central and northern Texas storm too. Eastern Texas has a chance, yes, but it's more of the central and northern part of Texas. There can get a very big threat of severe weather, including parts of Dallas. They didn't get the severe weather really last time. Yes, they got some bands, but they're in the biggest threat for the severe weather, including southern parts of Kansas, parts of, again, northern parts of Texas, near the Oklahoma border. Very heavy rain, including cities like Dallas, Austin, Fort Worth, Tulsa, and Arlington. So getting to the northern parts there. So yeah, it's very big threat for those areas right here, including the Dallas area can have a very big threat for the year. Probably the biggest threat so far this year. Let's get to day 2, guys. So as it moves east, very different than if you saw yesterday's video. You can notice it's a lot different now. The enhanced risk is a lot more to the east and north. Alabama wasn't even in it yesterday. It was like cut right on the border, like for real, right here. That was it. Sorry that was a water bottle, but it was like right here. It was cut to here. But now it has expanded a lot more as it's getting very close to the severe as it's starting tomorrow actually, and it's gonna move east very fast and then bring that very heavy band for the parts of Alabama, Mississippi, parts even the Panhandle. The Panhandle are actually in the enhanced risk, so that's probably the most severe so far this year for part of the southern part of the country, including parts of Florida and Alabama too. So yeah, the slight chance moved a bit more north too, including parts of Tennessee, Kentucky, and parts of Missouri. And then the marginal moved a bit more east. So you can see it's a similarity as they all moved a bit more east. Let's read the areas that are in the marginal. Some of the cities, including me, I'm in the marginal for day 2, including parts of Houston, Atlanta, Louisville, Shreveport, Little Rock. So Little Rock can get some severe weather too with the storm. The cities in the slight chance include Memphis, Nashville, Columbus, Huntsville, and Tallahassee. So some big areas in the Tallahassee. Oh yeah, Tallahassee. Sorry guys, I was a bit confused for a second. Enhanced risk includes New Orleans, Birmingham, Baton Rouge, Montgomery, and Mobile. Very big cities for the south, including New Orleans, Jackson. Once again, Jackson, Mississippi. Once again in the enhanced risk. Very, very dangerous but yeah, getting some very big cities in the south in the enhanced risk. Let's check out day 3, guys. So this is when it's going to move into the weekend. Yes, enhanced risk did move into parts of Virginia Beach. You see it's moving a bit more northeast with these storms. And now there's a smaller chance for the north getting some marginal chance. And yeah, now the slight chance has moved a lot more south, getting to parts of Orlando. So if you're going to, let's say, Disneyland for your spring break, you're going to get severe weather. So areas in the slight chance including Jacksonville, Charlotte, Washington, D.C., Atlanta, and Tampa Bay. And then we have parts of Virginia Beach, Raleigh, Norfolk, and Durham, North Carolina. So some other big cities, including parts of Raleigh, getting some very, very heavy rain. So that's what it's looking like in day 3. Let's check out quickly the precipitation, how much rain is coming with the storm. So very heavy rain, a band stretching from parts of the Dallas area to near the Indiana area. The heaviest rain I see is in the border, actually right on the border of Arkansas, Louisiana, and Texas. That's where they can reach 5 inches of rain. And then also another area with very heavy rain, including southern Illinois, Missouri, and then parts of Kentucky, getting up to 3.5 inches to 5 inches. And then area near Dallas can get 4 inches. But the rest will be lighter amounts of rain, as it's going to move very quickly through these areas. So let's check out the Cape for the last. This will be the last model of the day. So this is the Cape. This is today, 5 p.m. A couple minutes from now. You can see crazy numbers right now as this storm is really starting to develop. Oklahoma City under 2,500, 3,600 near the border of Texas, 3,800, 4,000. We have 4,100 right here is the biggest threat for today. Right here, very, very high. Very high amount of energy in that area, 4,100. Dallas, now you know why they are getting into parts of the more severe weather than last time. They can get up to 2,900 joules per kilogram. South of them, 4,100, 4,300 joules per kilogram, guys. Now that is a lot of energy. Just south of Dallas can have very, very strong thunderstorms. Maybe even including the southern parts of Dallas can get some very severe weather. But it's right here. You can have very strong thunderstorms with a lot of amount of energy. A lot. 3,400. Austin, 3,400. Let's move on to 8, or let's go actually to 9 p.m. See what's going on there, as people are going to sleep in some areas for people who are tired. 4,300, 4,500 joules per kilogram, 4,600. Very, very high numbers right here. That is very high. I'm not going to lie. Those are the highest numbers I've seen of Cape. 4,600. That is an extremely big amount, or a large amount of energy behind these storms near the border. Very, very high numbers. Near Dallas, 3,800. Dallas getting to 3,100. Bit calmer, but very strong Cape right here. We get to 4,400. Let's go actually tomorrow around. Let's go tomorrow around noon, 11 a.m. Not as much energy as of today. You can just see not really a lot of energy. Maybe some energy there for parts of Louisiana. Only getting to 2,300s and 2,400s. And then the biggest amount of energy will be just maybe near Mobile. Sorry, not in Mobile, near the coast of Mississippi. That's where not really a lot of energy will be forming there. And that was a Friday. Let's go to Friday at 3 p.m. It's not going to be not really a lot of energy. So guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please do not forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I really appreciate it if you do. So guys, hope you guys have a wonderful day, and bye.